Brandon Chalmers, baby.
Jamie Naguchi, baby.
How's it doing, baby?
Hanging low and slow, but not nearly as low as you, because you got the biggest dick in the biz, baby.
Are you familiar with the
No.
Bored Ape Club?
Bored? Is this NFT bullshit?
Yes, it's so good.
I wasn't aware it was a club.
So they call themselves the Bored Ape Club.
Okay.
Buying one of these NFTs gets you access to a Discord server, all this stuff, whatever. NFTs are down the toilet. Anyway, who cares about that?
God, I talk about a fucking group of people who I want to spend so little time with. The idea of joining a Discord with a bunch of people who bought that NFT, God forbid, bought that NFT when it was real expensive.
They did, and they recently had a party complete with a DJ and
what, Flavor Aid at the end where you all died because the shame?
Well, they had these UV lights. Do you know these UV lights that you use to, like, you know, sterilize things? Like, you know, if you have sharps that you need to sterilize for surgery or like all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they installed these.
What?
Everywhere in this club.
What? You know what?
Because, Brandon, when you shine these lights on colors, they glow. So, you know, blues,
so do black
greens.
lights.
Yeah. Yes. So do black lights.
Wait, hang on.
Guess what? Guess what happened?
All of the awful diseases that every NFT-ridden schmuck who drives a way too fast car and definitely does not respect women magically cured all of their STDs by having that much exposure to UV radiation?
No. A number of these members have reported problems with their eyesight. And
they bought an NFT
and physical burns on their skin because of exposure to ultraviolet light.
Good.
Some of them will lose their eyesight.
Fucking, every so often, I think, maybe I'll give Jesus another shot. And this is one of those moments where I'm like, they travel in single file to hide their numbers. Like,
some people have been diagnosed with photokeratitis, aka welder's eye, which is a condition caused by unprotected exposure to ultraviolet radiation.
Hang on. Time, flag on the play. Rich man, poor man, welder's eye. A guy who's been on the job welding for decades, or some rich NFT fuck who got exposed to a weekend of not understanding that you wear the fucking mask, my dude. You wear the mask.
I guess they're more powerful than black lights, which is why they're used. I don't know. It sounds absurd.
Well, that they would have to be, because otherwise a Spencer Gifts would be the cleanest place on the planet. We all know that's not fucking true.
I read the story and I couldn't believe it, and
I could.
It's
no. Hang on. No. You couldn't believe it.
I thought it was
the same people who went to, I'm sure, Fighter Fest or whatever it was, or Fire Fest or whatever it is, who spent way too much to have Ja Rule give them a sandwich.
Monica!
Right. Decided that they were going to go to an NFT-themed elite group party. And they didn't do their research, couldn't recognize when they were in danger, stayed a little too long, and then complain about the aftermath. Tell me that this party wasn't the living representation of getting into NFTs in the first place. I don't know what I want. I know it's elite. I know it's expensive. I know I'm going to pay through the nose for it one way or the other, and I have no idea what the consequences are going to be on the back end. And the rest of us fucking knew better, and I have zero remorse for every one of these rich dickheads. And luckily, I know how much those fucking stupid monkey fucking party things were, so I don't ever have to feel bad. Every one of them is in the fucking top tax bracket. Fuck every one of them. I hope they get cancer of the eye, of the anus, of the fucking balls.
They
I
might.
don't care.
They
fucking, I hope they're so blind they walk off a fucking short pier. Jesus Christ. Drive your Bentley into a wall, you cuck. Fuck you guys.
I thought it was like a Hard Times article, like, you know, where they do the fake rock articles and shit like that. I thought
no,
it was
you don't have to. Yeah, this is the thing. Once again, a reminder, Jamie, you don't have to be smart to be rich. You just got to be rich.
Yeah.
Now, your parents have to be smart. Or at least willing to fuck other people over.
It just... I don't know. I thought that was slightly funny.
Yeah, warms my heart. That's you know what that is, Jamie? That's like a Folgers morning wake up of news is what that is. Like that you know, this is me in that old school 90s Riverdance Folgers commercial where like I'm lacing up the fucking ballet shoes and I'm sniffing the coffee and everything else like that, and some dickhead in the back is just holding glow sticks going, my eyes hurt.
Oh, I would feel so bad if Disco Santa that we saw at the anime rave with the saber burned his eyes.
Look, I'm going to take a shot and say that anyone who's dressed up like Rave Santa Claus at a Kineticon the better part of a decade ago is probably not rich enough to have NFT money like that. That is either 100% true or 100% false. Like there's no middle ground there.
If you're listening to us, Disco Santa Claus from Kineticon umpty squat years ago.
Yeah.
And you are a member of the Bored Ape Club. You are the only one we care about. You are the only one we care about.
No. You know what? I'll do one better. If you happen to actually be part of the Bored Ape Club, if you went to this party, if you have visual problems based on going to this party, I will, for charity, let you punch me in the face and we'll put it up everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, man.
Every fucking where. I will gladly let your rich ho-ho-ho-ing ass try and hit me in the face. You can't see, so I figure I got at least a 50-50 shot of you not hitting me.
Oh, God. Who is the guy that trained Matt Murdock? It's not Hardmaster, because that's G.I. Joe. Stick. Yeah, they gotta train with Stick.
Right. Yes. Thank God. Look, I was worried that you were gonna be like, no, you have to play Marco Polo, but he gets to use his fists. No, you're like, hey, let's come up with a fake Marvel character.
Yeah, you gotta train you.
Yeah.
I'll show up as Stick, and I'll train you. I will take your money.
Yeah.
Brandon will do it for charity.
Yeah,
I'm just going to take your money.
Yeah, you got to do 6 months training under Stevie Wonder, a man who manages to walk around, be totally blind, but be able to miss falling off of anything. There's never any stories about Stevie Wonder falling off of anything. Never.
That's right.
Never.
He's fucking Matt Murdock with that shit.
Yeah. I just called to say, you best watch your fucking ass.
He's Stevie Wonder, not Stevie Mediocre.
Yeah.
It's in the name. It's in the name. No
Stevie
surprises.
Doesn't wonder. He knows exactly what the fuck's going on. He's got that echolocation.
Stevie, I will kick your ass. Wonder. All right, anyway, Brandon.
Fuck those guys. They suck. I'm glad they got burnt. I don't care.
In your best Telly Savalas, baby. give us an intro.
I don't know if I can do a best Telly Savalas. Like, I don't know if I got more than just that one bit of Telly Savalas in me.
Who loves you, baby?
Coming to you live from the Fucking Do It podcast studios. It's your boy Tully Savalas, baby. And this is what I'm telling you. You need to make sure you shine that head real bright because the sun's coming over and it's night time at the Fucking Do It cast. That's right, baby. Part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Now I know what you're thinking, baby. Tully, aren't you busy solving stories and crimes in the 1970s, late 1980s? Aren't you busy wearing slightly oversized suits so this way you look thin, but technically you look like Vincent D'Onofrio in the Daredevil shows, and that's what's actually going to go on? That's right, baby. I can't. I am so fucking lost because I've got one commercial's worth of Tully Savalas understanding, and that's fucking
Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby? Yeah.
Was that like a Sprite commercial? I think that was like a Sprite commercial.
I don't fucking know because I feel like I'm putting together him. Was he Kojak?
Yeah, he was Kojak. Yeah.
Okay, so like I feel like I'm putting together the Who Loves You Baby, which does feel like a catchphrase for a soda commercial, and then him just always opening lollipops and like putting one in and then sexually kind of staring at you with that like never-ending skull, because that guy looked like a fucking Zeppelin in a trench coat. Like just he had all of the head, and he really did look like fucking Vincent D'Onofrio now.
He did,
like,
yeah. The way you phrased it last week when we were talking after the cast was like, it's like Andrew Dice Clay, but without the dirty jokes and the terrible misogyny. It just was like, hey, baby, what's going on?
Right, yeah. Like,
I'm over here, baby.
This is the problem, though, is like, I don't really have clean jokes either, because I literally,
true.
My brain literally just saw something like a couple minutes ago about some sort of like German lady heckling a comedian, and he was like, German people don't know jokes. Why did the chicken cross the road? He was following orders. Like, it's just, Jesus. Right. He's just like, God damn it. So when immediately I was like, I'm trying to think of like Dice, and I was like, I'm over here now, honey. Hickory dickory dock. Oh, Jamie Noguchi. Let me ask you a question. What do you call a cow with no legs?
I don't know.
Ground beef! Oh!
God damn it.
Anyway, so we're part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. That means NOCs and Nerds of Color. That means Jamie, not me. That means the rest of the podcast network, not me. But they delightfully grandfather me in because somehow I've managed to not say anything terrible. At least, not that I can fucking remember. So there's that, which is really great. Like, I'm allowed to say that NFT owning people are fucking awful people and they deserve to have their retinas burned. And somehow I'm still not crossing a line. And that's why you should support the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Because they understand what's really important in life. Media, content, and like other cool shit that we all find online and want to share with each other because they're genuinely great people.
I feel like after an hour of exposure, you would start to feel something. And maybe I'm...
That's why there's drugs, Jamie.
Oh, okay.
You have to assume that these people are drinking
I understand now. I understand now, yeah.
I mean, like, imagine if, like, you're the NFT guy who also fucking loves the Corey Hart song, Sunglasses at Night, and you just happen to be the one guy just fucking vibing, like, the entire time, and the DJ sees you with the glasses, and then plays that fucking mashup version, and you're like, my man! And, like, right, yeah, just you, just hanging out on the dance floor. Yeah.
Turn to me, yeah.
God, I forgot how much of a fucking jam that song is. Anyway,
It's so good.
It's super good. Anyway, so
Brandon,
what's up?
We haven't done this segment in a very long time. What have you been geeking on?
What have I been geeking on? Been watching a lot of Loki. Which
How are you
been
liking?
Very good.
How
I
you
like
liking?
it a lot. Yeah. It's been very good. Trying to think of what else the wife and I have been tearing through. There's an Australian show called Mr. In Between that's on FX, and I think I've talked about this before. That is also a very dark comedy, like kind of dramedy sort of thing or whatever it is that's been really good. Trying to think of what else I've been really getting into. Honestly, it's been a lot of just getting outside again.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
weather's been nice enough. I went and, we had a big party for Nicole for her birthday. So, like, I spent way too much time out in the yard. Last weekend, I spent, like, a good part of the day doing all of the leaves and all the whatnots. And then Sunday, I ended up washing and detailing her car as her birthday gift. I do that a couple
Aw.
times a year. And that's been really... Oh, that's what I'm geeking about. We got a new oven, which is super nice. Yeah. Well, the old one died. And when I started to price out all the parts and everything else like that to go fix it, I was going to spend like an extra $150 getting a new one. And I was like, fuck this, we're getting a new one. So I got the new hotness upstairs. Like, yeah.
Ooh.
And, quite literally, because I bought a super basic one that has all of the like preset heat bake, blah, 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 blah. No Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, no extra bullshit, nothing.
No apps to install.
No
fucking
apps,
firmware.
no apps. Cast iron top.
Yes.
Cast iron grates.
Yes.
Big ass fucking burners.
Ooh.
Like, just no fucking around. Just all the BTUs all the live long day.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
Assuming gas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we roll natural gas in this house. Bruh, the house was built in fucking 47. We got that gas. So, like...
what power goes out, I can still cook chili.
God damn right I can. And we celebrate in the first, like, real meal. Like, I made a little bit of breakfast and what have you, yada, yada. But it, like, wasn't a real thing. The real celebration was last night for her birthday. I did fillets and pan-seared asparagus.
Now, hold on, Brandon Chalmers.
I bring this up because I know Nicole has talked to you about this.
Yeah, the last time I went to a steak place with you,
yes,
you ordered your steak dead as a doornail. Not
I don't think it was
leather.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was medium well, and
it was on.
I made it very clear that normally I would not go to a steak place because at the time I grew up eating steak well done. It is one of the worst things my dad ever taught me, and in turn, I learned that if I go to a steak place, you order the chicken, you order a pork chop. Like, I go to Texas Roadhouse, the pork chop there is fucking delicious. I can get a chicken fried steak. I can go to most steakhouses and they've got a beautiful butterfly chicken breast on a bed of wild rice that I can absolutely have a delicious meal and not be that fucking guy. And that's okay with me. I know who I am. That's the thing. And I wouldn't buy myself steak.
Yeah.
Now, we get into the HelloFresh meals for a while, and the wife likes a steak medium rare, little closer to the medium than the rare, but like if she really had a preference, medium rare. So in turn, I take this as a challenge where I need to learn how to cook a proper fucking steak.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I got a nice cut of meat, I'm not going to disrespect the food. And I tell myself, you know what? I'll cook hers medium rare. I'll leave mine on for an extra 20 seconds per side. And mine should be closer to medium than medium rare. And I need to just learn to appreciate it and start eating it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, I have. Last night, I got fucking fillets.
Ooh.
Like 8-ounce fucking fillets. Salt and pepper crust on both sides. Nice hot pan. Little bit of oil in the bottom. Put a nice sear on them. Couple minutes on each side. Then, right toward the end, a little bit of chopped rosemary, fresh, and way too much butter.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just hit the pads on both sides and then let a bunch of it float around it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm tipping and spooning and tipping and spooning and tipping and spooning and tipping and spooning. Like, it's just like...
Hold on, I'm gonna go get a steak.
Like, you'd have thought I was Al Gore trying to fuck his wife. That's how much I was spooning that tipper. Like, that's... Absolutely was all over that piece of meat. Like, know that shit. And...
Oh, wow.
They got done, and, like... She goes to take it. I was like, hey, don't fucking touch that for the next couple minutes. There's goddamn rules about this place. So she, God love her, she gets the bigger steak. It's her fucking birthday.
Hell yeah.
She presses. She's like, I think this one might be perfect. She goes, she finishes all of her asparagus first, so that thing has had a nice bit to sit.
Let
She
it
carves
rest.
into
Let
it,
it rest.
and I catch her out of the corner of my eye. Like, I'm a guy who, like, I'll switch between a side and a main.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm kind of tearing into it a little faster, but, like, I knew what I was doing. And I ended up getting the steak that had 2 uneven pieces. So one was going to be more cooked than the other one.
Sure.
I understand this. I'm good with this, though. I'm the guy who came from this area. The wife gets the nice one, right? She fucking tears into it, and I just see her out of the corner of my eye going, and I was like, fuck yeah, baby. Like, if you are within the sound of my voice, I need you to understand. If you are with someone who does enjoy meat, and there are other meals, I have never really dated a vegetarian at all, so I lack the understanding and skill to really start digging into that. I've cooked tofu before, like, I know my way around some shit, but, like, I've done really nice non-meat pasta dinners, but, like, that's not really all that hard or impressive. Look, if it is a special occasion, if it's a birthday, if it's a, congratulations on a new job, if it's something else, look, bottom line is you need to take responsibility. Don't say anything to them. Stop on the way home. Go get some real nice steaks. Go get a nice proper side. Don't do potatoes. You're going to be too sluggish afterward for any fun. You hear me? No fucking potatoes. Chill it out. Fresh veggies. Maybe a side salad, right? Asparagus is always my nice go-to. Fries up nicely in the pan. You can imbibe it with whatever stuff you want. If you want to do it in the oven alongside of it, bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. That's it. 400 degrees. Let it in there for like 10, 12 minutes. Flip it over. The second it starts to get a little al dente, it's fucking perfect. Pull it out. Let it rock and roll. It's easy peasy. Now, go and get that. Go and get the steaks, flowers, a card, and whatever movie candy they go to. Because any grocery store has the movie box candy.
Yeah. Yep.
And the movie box candy is a great move because it allows you to say, hey, I care about you, but hey, we're not going to be jerks about this. But hey, let's sit down on the couch and relax. And nobody feels really bad because even if you kill the box of candy, that's it. The candy's done.
Yeah.
It's light. It's open. If you got a Mike and Ike kind of person, if you got a Milk Dud kind of person, if you got the Junior Mint kind of person, like you've got options there. I'm telling you right now, every single time your significant other is going to think you're a fucking 10. Why? Because you spent the better part. Let me tell you, Jamie, I got both of those fillets for fucking $14. The asparagus was $5, right? Flowers were $7. They were fucking cheap. Cards, $3. You get the one that doesn't have anything written in it. Write yourself a little message. You're good enough. You can figure this out. I believe in you. Boxes of movie theater candy special, $1 a box. Think about that.
So
For
good.
less than the price of going out to a meal at TGI Fridays, you're going to cook your significant other a delicious meal and have yourself a beautiful evening. Just the two of you. Being able to enjoy things. Order the pizza for the kids. You got a roommate? Tell them to get the fucking bricks. Get out. Hang a sock on the front door. Knock your night out. Look, I'm just saying. Treat your people right.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a delightful go-to. So, in turn, I have been learning how to properly cook a steak.
We need to, next time we're at Iron Age, we need to ask them if they can just bring us a stick of butter so that when we get the Iron Age steak, we can, like, hit that motherfucker with butter.
I assume that's kind of what the oil is for. Like, that's why you got to pull it off enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Because barbecuing a steak is way different than pan frying a steak. Like, I got to be honest with you, I don't know if I'll ever willingly grill a steak.
I want to try the coal thing where you put it directly on the coals, like a wood fire thing.
Okay.
I've heard that like is awesome. Like it sears it well.
I want the pan control.
I see.
Like, if I was going to do that wild woodland shit, I would do the thing where, like, you take, like, a big stump and split it a couple different ways and stuff the kindling inside and have the fire coming up through it. And then put, like, a flat rock on top. Like, I want some sort of even heating sort of thing going on there So this way I can control what's going on. Because if it's way too hot, like, this is the problem with the fire, is like, you get burgers going or something like that, and the grease starts to drip down and the fire's coming, you're going to ruin a good piece of meat. It's going to be fucking blue. And I understand that some people like that, but if you're looking for a medium rare steak, blue is not the same thing, and you're gonna end up with a fucking hockey puck on the outside trying to hit that right kind of heat. Like, it's honestly got me thinking I might abandon my fucking charcoal grill and get one of those flat tops.
Ooh.
Because I love the idea of having everybody over, set the fucking patio table up against the thing, and go in full fucking hibachi night with everybody.
Yeah.
Because nothing, like, look, I can have a good time with everybody, but if I get to hold court and throw shrimp at people, bro, that's a fucking 10.
Don't dodge.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and honestly, if I learn my overhand technique properly, I can just right up against the head. Yeah. And then I can get those dumb trick bottles with the fucking string in them and everything, like, do a whole fucking thing.
Hell yeah. I like it. I like it. I'm here for the Chalmers hibachi grill.
Yeah, dude, the amount of okay, so I've been obsessed with this. Have you ever watched Swamp People? I swear you and I watched the show together.
I don't know, but you've told me about it, yeah.
This is the one where, like, they go alligator hunting and whatever it is. So there's one of the guys who looks like Gallagher, the old comedian.
Yeah,
Only he's pot-bellied and he wears cut-off overalls, right? He, I guess, is no longer on Swamp People, or is like part-time on Swamp People. So the people at Blackstone Griddles reached out to him because on the show, he'd go and cook for all of his family afterward. So the dude's got a fucking cooking show on the Blackstone YouTube channel where you're grilling with the alligator man on the bayou, and he's fucking teaching you how to make the most heart unhealthy shit you could possibly imagine.
That's
talking about old recipes that his grandmammy taught him and all sorts of shit like that.
Game recognized game. That's amazing.
Fucks with anybody who calls their grandmother grandmammy, because that is something that you learned from the other kids around.
Yeah.
You didn't come up with that. Yeah. She's been called grandmammy since she was 24. Like, that's when her first grandkid showed up. Like, just...
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess realistically, I've been geeking about getting re-excited about cooking a lot more again. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
What about you? What you been geeking on?
So this past Halloween, the weekend before, Pool had a chili cook-off / Halloween costume contest.
Okay.
And I got to be a judge. I have always wanted to judge an eating contest or a food contest. Like, I've always wanted to do this.
Wait, did the neighborhood recognize you as, like, this dude's gonna get picky about two things: chili and cosplays? That's when I look at this man, that's what I see: chili and cosplays.
Well, we lived next to the organizers,
right,
and they were like, it was one of those convenient things, like, oh, well, they're not submitting a chili. Hey, Jamie, do you want to be a judge? And I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
This explains, by the way, why you were talking about chili. You've had chili on the brain then since this happened.
Oh, I fucking loved it. I think there was either 9 or 11 chilies. I lost count. There were many, many chilies.
You forgot about 9 or 11?
I think it was 11. I'm pretty sure it was. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 11.
You're never supposed to forget about 9 or 11, Jamie.
Look, motherfucker.
Look, I get it. Like, I don't know how many Scoville units it takes to melt steel beams, but I know you're not supposed to forget.
So, 11 chilies.
Okay, all right.
I'm sticking with 11 chilies.
Sticking with 11.
He's sticking with 11.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because
anyway.
the muffin tin didn't have enough spots for it, so I had to go back and double dip and all that kind of good stuff. But there were 11 chilies, and there was 2 awards. There was the Judges Award, and there was the People's Award. And the People's Award, everybody got to try them out. Everybody got to submit their vote. In theory, they were supposed to try all of them. I don't know if everybody did try all of them, but they could go
No.
back and like max on the one that they wanted.
Okay.
There were 3 judges, and we all got in there, and they had little muffin tins for us. So we put the little bits of chili in the muffin tins,
Okay.
and we got to try them first, and then we got to the discussion where like, oh, I like this one, or I like this one, or I like this one, or I like this
Right.
one.
Okay.
And you know, when you're 3 judges is plenty. Like I think if you got 5, it starts to be
Too many cooks.
yeah.
Ironically, too many cooks for too many cooks.
Too many cooks for too many cooks. You get to 7. It's a fucking it's a jury.
That's a goddamn Donnybrook. Fuck that. You'll never find a collection because you can't fucking 12 Angry People.
Yeah.
A chili cook off.
Yeah.
Like
No. This is not the time for the fucking Proto Men. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a power trio. Power trio is perfect, especially with
you are Sting and the Police.
Yeah.
You got to keep it lean and
Yeah.
fucking green.
yeah. Jimi Hendrix experience.
Yeah.
It's all good. You know,
Yeah.
power trio all the way.
Right, no, I get you. You're scooping chili into the muffin trays, a do, a da.
do.
Nope, see, that you're getting the Cosby territory with
Oh,
that
fuck.
little.
No, no.
Careful now.
No.
Jesus Christ, you almost forgot 9/11, and I'm questioning your sweater collection. Like, things are getting out of hand.
So one of the parents went pheasant hunting the week before and made a pheasant chili. And there was a chicken chili and a pheasant chili, and they were both like a blonde chili.
Oh,
And-
God.
I liked the taste of the pheasant. I thought it was really good.
I mean, that makes sense. You've got a wild bit of game. Chicken doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor. Like,
Chicken,
You
yeah.
got to ask a lot
I
of,
yeah.
yeah.
I was so one of the judges liked the chili, the chicken chili. One of them liked the pheasant. I was like, I'm not fond of either. There are other ones in this set that just
Wait, hang on. So, are you saying at this point in the thing, you've eaten all of the chilies, or is there different categories that you win of like?
We've eaten all of the chilies. We've eaten all the chilies.
So now you've imbibed all of the chilies.
We've had them all.
You are now getting down to decision making.
Decision making time.
Decision 2023.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to
Yeah.
be the Steve Karnacki here at the chili desk. All right.
with that suit.
Right. Yeah.
With
the
Leslie
suit
Jones
and-
fiending after you.
Right, yeah, just absolutely just chasing Red Bulls with Red Bulls.
Yeah.
So let me understand this, Jamie. You're trying to tell me that in a field, national field of 11 chilies, right? 1-on-1, 11 chilies coming down the pipe, that you, one of 3 judges, somehow that this group of people from incredibly different and distinct backgrounds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Different understandings, different flavor palettes, different upbringings. You are now in a room where one person says that the chicken white chili is the best one. The other person says no.
They weren't the best ones. We were just starting to whittle them down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. I was about to say, if you all landed on white chili,
No.
bruh,
No.
like white recognizes white. You gotta fucking pull the ripcord and like spike a fucking can of adobo seasoning and run away in the flavor cloud. Like there's no gonna be turning them around.
We were in the whittling section.
You goddamn right you are right out of the gate.
Whittling.
Fucking huck that chicken chili right into the fucking sea.
Yeah, I nixed both of them because I thought there were better chilies.
They're disappointing.
Of the 2, if there were 2 and I had to pick one of those, I think the pheasant would be good because there's effort in the pheasant.
White chili is a fine chowder. It's no chili.
Yeah, it's a shout out.
It's a what it is it's a land-based chowder. I'm not digging on it or anything. There's a place for it. If somebody said, "Hey, this is a pheasant and corn chowder," I'd be like, "Fuck, this is delicious." If somebody came at me and was like, "This is pheasant chili," I'm gonna be like, "Why is it white?"
Yeah. I thought
I'm sure it's delicious soup. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not. I don't want to discredit the idea of like, would I somewhere see that and be like, I might order that, but like it's not chili.
Yeah,
like in a land where Wendy's makes chili, your white chicken chili is not fucking chili.
Yeah. So those got eliminated. There were a couple of other ones that were a little bit more bland.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was surprised no one entered a veggie chili. There's always a veggie chili.
There should be probably a veggie chili, but a lot of times you want the grease to start imbibing everything else. Like you need some sort of, I don't know, like almost like it's the gumbo factor. You need that break of the two, because if you do a veggie chili, you also have to figure out the proper salt content to get that right. And you can oversalt that thing like a motherfucker. And if you don't have time to throw a few half-cup potatoes in there and suck that salt out, you might be motherfucked.
Well, I always figured that in these contests, there's always that militant vegetarian. And I guess we don't have militant vegetarians in the neighborhood.
Or they decided to sit it out because they realized they were only going to have one, and they hadn't won for like 15 years.
Well, so
they're just bitter about it.
This is the first time they've done the contest.
This is the first time?
Yeah, this is the first time.
Yeah, no, you just haven't gotten to the point where somebody's going to complain.
Yeah,
give it a year.
Yeah. So I was surprised there was no veggie chili. There was one that was extremely salty that I loved, and the other two judges were like, and I understand because it's heart attack inducing, but I was like, I love this. I know it's not for everybody.
Right,
and they confirmed it. And that's why 3 judges works, because you can be more flexible with your opinions. You don't have to
Iron Chef rules.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for Iron Chef, it's good enough for your chili cook-off.
Yeah. The one that we picked, the one that won the judges tasting was a nice smoky chili that actually our neighbor cooked. Like he did it overnight in a smoker.
Oh, see, that's cheating. Good on him. 2, that's what I'm talking about, man. So wait, so what do we got in the? I understand the flavor profile is, I assume, hearty and rich, probably not very runny, because if it's been in the smoker for a while, it's probably got, like, you dip a spoon in and it stays on the spoon like a good gravy does.
Yeah, it was a thicker chili. It had 2 mouthfeels for the meat. One was the ground meat, and then the other was sliced, like chopped brisket. Yeah.
Yep.
So you got some of that brisket.
Right, yeah, because if you're a smoker guy, you're fucking with brisket. Because that's really what I expected there to be, was shredded brisket mixed in there. So sometimes you get a mouthful of meat, sometimes you get a little bit, like you're almost eating stew at that point.
Yeah.
Like you're this side of stew. Like all you really need to do is turn it into stew, is add potatoes and go with a brown gravy. And like realistically, you're there.
And it had enough heat that if you ate a lot of it, you started to sweat a little, but not so much
you're
that
dabbing.
It didn't burn out your tongue. And that was kind of what I was worried about, is if anyone came in with a super hot chili and we ate that early in the judging, it was going
to ruin you.
Because I don't drink milk, so I would have nothing to cool that off.
Bread, man. That's why you got to walk around. Look, here's what you need to do.
White bread and just
No. Bro, come on. You're a man. You're a man of taste. You get someone to crochet you a bread holder, and then you just carry around your own baguette. You carry a baguette in a baguette, and then break off a crust. Because honestly, that's the way to taste chili too. Is it's a spoonful and then break a crust of bread to see what the soaking option is. Because you got to figure that out.
Yeah.
There's a like. When I do chili or when I do soup, there's you break off a piece of crusty bread, rip it in half. So this way you've got almost like a cracker. And what you want to do is get a little dab in there to see what soaks in. And you want that bread to be crusty enough that you can do a little scoop action going on there. And you get this really nice, because sometimes a chili or soup doesn't have a lot of great texture there. Like it can be amazing flavor, but over time that texture just breaks down. You need that crunch.
Yeah. So that was the judge's choice. This nice smoky chili.
Nice.
The people's choice was between that chili and one other chili that won by 1 vote. And it was a slightly sweeter chili. It wasn't to the point of like a Cincinnati chili, like the Cincinnati with that hardcore cinnamon.
Yeah.
But it was where the judge's choice was more smoky. This one, instead of the smokiness, it had the sweetness.
I gotcha.
And that picked up.
little more of the fresh tomato breaking through rather than I got you. A very natural sweetness from proper fresh ingredients, maybe a little sugar and cinnamon, but like the idea of it being not overbearing. A lighter chili that you could eat on not quite a so cold day, as opposed to the one that you're talking about, which sounds like it's something
that's a meal.
That's a meal.
It
like
that's with you.
Yeah,
it puts hair on everything.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing of you take the first spoonful and all of a sudden you become a Wisconsin uncle and you're looking back at them and go, "Don't you know?" And just like
and it turns out that was the first time that lady cooked chili. She borrowed somebody's...
Wait, hang on. The smoky one or the runner-up?
The one who won the People's Choice.
Nice!
And it was the first time she used a crock pot. The first time she cooked a chili. She came in clutch and just...
that's your dark horse for next year.
Yeah,
because imagine she put some effort into it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, past what you... Like, no discredit of, like... The principles and understanding of cooking are definitely there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But like the idea of getting it that right the first time, that's somebody who's going to make this thing's going to be a calendar date and there's going to be a 3-month lead up.
Yeah.
You're going to watch this family gain 15 pounds in 3 months. Because mom's going to be making chili once a week and like just trying to get it right.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. After the judging, I went back and I got a full bowl of my favorite one, put in the cheese, put in the onions, put in everything, and just like went to fucking town.
Hell yeah.
And I hope it becomes an annual tradition because I need to judge more chili eating contests. I need to judge more food contests, and I don't know how to get into that circuit. And like it was a delight. It was a great experience. If I could figure out how to parlay this into an actual career where we travel around and we judge,
you know how you do this, right? You know how to do this.
Is it time to set up a YouTube channel for?
No, I mean there's that, but honestly, if you want to judge some local competitions, stay the fuck away from YouTube. Start going to places and reviewing a dish and then doing a piece of accompanying art the same way that you end up doing the podcast thing or when you would do it for the comic, and start posting them and see if a local newspaper will pick your shit up.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Because that's how you get on the local shit.
Yeah. Because
if you're a food critic that also reviews that sort of thing and handles that, yeah. I mean, you could do YouTube, but like, if we're gonna go along with your art as well as everything else, you were talking about. I mean, you made the fucking comic for local food spots.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
you're already there, man.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I want to do more of them.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think you're there. I totally think you're there. I think we just got to find a series of places. And like, look, nobody's going to listen to this, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You find a place that's doing some sort of charity cook-off thing or whatever it is, I'll call as your PR person and agent and tell them that Time Magazine's Jamie Noguchi was looking to enjoy some local flavor in his neighborhood and had a serious interest in becoming a judge for your insert random cook-off thing here.
Yeah.
Would we be able to book him for this spot? He can do a Q&A afterward.
So good. That would be so fun.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we can push the, like, in a lily white ass field, be the fucking Asian dude. Fucking dig into that shit.
That's true.
Give us a different background. Nobody is interested what I have. Like, the only reason people would be interested in what I have to say about food is because I got the body that says I like food. Like, I'm not so fat that I'm, like, having trouble doing B words and climbing stairs, but I clearly will not turn down a cheesesteak sub. Like, there's, you're right, yeah, Butterfinger. Like, this just...
all the ham.
Yeah, I would like all the ham. Yeah, like, it's like... As terrible as it's gonna sound, it's like a step below Bell's palsy, where, like, you unintentionally do it.
Oh no.
Like your cheeks are just so big that your lower lip just can't find center. Excuse me, sir. If you could point me to the buffet.
It's basically droopy.
It is kind of droopy.
Hello, sorry.
Well, here we go. I guess I don't have a friend.
Bleh. But yeah, that's all I had for us. We hadn't caught up in a while because we've been trying to distract each other from other stuff. Yeah.
The email address still up?
Yes, info@fuckingdoitcast.com.
Right. So if you are hosting a local cooking competition, if you know someone who's hosting a cooking competition,
hell, we'll drive.
If you are looking to have Jamie Noguchi shout at you, holy fuck, that's great. Go ahead and hit us. info@fuckingdoitcast.com. Go ahead and book Jamie Noguchi. I'm telling you right now, if he has trouble getting to wherever you are, I'll pay for his travel. That's a fucking do it cast promise.
Woo!
I'll get Jamie Noguchi to your doorstep with the quickness. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
gonna be a thing, baby. I'm
Nice.
super excited.
Brandon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at @ThatGuyChalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram at Jamie Noguchi, TikTok at Jamie Noguchi, YouTube Draw Jam. Well, this thing, Blue Sky, Jamie Noguchi. Do people give a shit about Blue Sky?
I don't know. Is Mastodon still a thing?
I don't have a Mastodon.
Okay, you don't have a Mastodon. All right. Well, you can just type in Jamie Noguchi, biggest cock you've ever seen, into a Google machine near you, and you'll find Jamie Noguchi. And go ahead and when you find that website, go ahead and make that your homepage. Whether you're at a library, I don't know, a Holiday Inn, just wherever. Just go ahead and set that homepage. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You may not be a neurosurgeon, but you did sleep at a Holiday Inn and set Jamie Noguchi as your homepage last night. That's right.
All right. Later, y'all.
Yep. Go be excellent. Go eat chili.